Morning for all of us. Thank you for inviting me to this interesting event. My name is Vaidotas Viliūnas, and I am from small and cozy European country, Lithuania. Maybe I say some words about myself, why I'm here. All my professional life was and still is devoted for higher education. I graduated and defended doctoral thesis in chemistry almost 35 years ago. But later my area of activities and research shifted to management, including management of higher education institutions. During the time, I learned a lot from my local and international colleagues, as well as education theories. However, I always looked at all novelties and theories through the practitioner's eyes and tried to adopt them to the local context. Now I haven't constant obligations. I'm retired, but I try to take part in higher education evaluation and authorization missions. Let me share some ideas about the situation in higher education currently. It is a strange paradox that education, including higher education, being of strategic importance in any country development, still dealing with a lack of resources. Accessibility of higher education increased dramatically, but far not equally in different countries. We're still facing social exclusion, weak social support, or not affordable tuition fees. All education system is influenced by very rapid developments in research and technologies, which consistently cause changes in business and social life, as well as influencing people's behavior. Higher education system became quite diverse. We have very respectable research universities, business and law schools, teaching universities, entrepreneurial universities, universities of applied sciences, medical universities and nursing schools, veterinary and agricultural academies, sport and tourism, military or defense academies, conservatoires and art schools, and so on. Of course, it is very good to have such a wide offer for people, because people are different, they have different wishes and different talents to find their way of life. However, the main question for education system, including higher education, was and remain quality. Quality of research, quality of teaching and learning, competences of the people working in higher education, quality of study programs, student-centered approach, quality of facilities, and so on and so on. Professor Kajali mentioned a number of different parameters what is used for this ranking, but it is the same for all quality assurance system. Globalization and academic mobility pushed higher education to look and find a common approach on quality principles. European countries established Bologna process, which facilitated appearance of European higher education area, currently involving 49 countries. To become a member of this area, countries have to be party of the European Cultural Convention and to declare their willingness to pursue and implement the objectives of the Bologna process in their own systems of higher education, including implementation and effective operation of quality assurance systems. So, European higher education area, with the help of so-called E4, E4, it's a group of organizations, European Association of Universities, European Association of Quality Assurance in Higher Education, European Association of Institutions in Higher Education, and European Student Union, developed and accepted European standards and guidelines. The last issue was approved in 2015 for quality assurance and a framework for national quality assurance systems. By the way, E4 group consistently observe the relevance of the standard and organize periodical discussions with the representatives of higher education representatives and wider community. The United Nations declared the Sustainable Development Goals, so-called SDGs, which were adopted by 193 countries in 2015, and requirements of SDG broadened area of quality standards, including higher education. Continuously increasing student and teacher mobility, encouraging to take care and permanently improve internal quality assurance systems in each higher education institutions. Appearance of joint study programs asked universities to find out a bilaterally suitable approach and measures on quality issues. European University Initiative, supported by European Union Erasmus Plus program, facilitated the process of establishing university alliances between different universities from all across Europe. This phenomenon requested universities to combine quality assurance system among alliance partners and find acceptable all partners' consensus. Currently, there are 50 European university alliances involving more than 430 higher education institutions. By the way, next week is devoted to Erasmus Plus program to celebrate European mobility. Rapid technological and particularly digital development again pushed higher education to reshape the traditional approach on academic degree systems, demanding more flexibility and focusing on particular skills required from the world of work. Lifelong learning became daily service of universities during the last decade. Introduction of micro-credentials is one of the instruments to facilitate flexibility in the learning process. Pandemics tested higher education providers on the capacities to offer more distant and/or hybrid learning provisions. And this is not the end of the story. New paradox that recently developed artificial intelligence tools were adopted by students' population faster than among teaching community. Such situation created a certain confusion in trust between teachers and students. So higher education institutions have to reconsider and develop relevant policies and instruments to assure academic integrity and project honest authorship in creative process. All kinds of so-called third mission of universities is also a dimension of quality, and it is important for local regions and communities in their provisions. Our conference is devoted to discuss more about international ratings of higher education institutions in the context of quality. There are different opinions about ratings. We can like them or dislike, but they exist and we have to cope with it. It is up to higher education institutions to take part in them or not. But ratings allow higher education institutions to benchmark themselves in the context of other tuition providers and increase international visibility. The added value of such ratings is coded in their methodology to conduct a self-evaluation, if I may say. And as more self-evaluation is comprehensive, an added value for the higher education institution is higher. Consistent participation in the same rating allow to monitor further development of higher education institution, as well as compare the results with other tuition providers. Therefore, I would consider ratings as good complementary tool for to higher education institution internal quality assurance systems. They are really support each other and would say even synergizing each other. And last but not least, quality assurance impossible to quality education. It is impossible to assure without competent, committed, and happy teachers, as well as motivated students. It is prerequisite for active and proactive higher education institution community engagement in the processes of quality assurance. Our people are the core value and power of education system. Therefore, never forget about the importance of well-being, and that quality assurance is never-ending journey. Thank you for your attention to my thoughts, and I'm sorry I have to leave soon to another appointments. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.